Hello, hello, and welcome to Arkadium's Daily Crossword Live. I am thrilled to be back to solve a brand new crossword with you all. Hello, D. First comment, as usual, love to see it. Hey, Mike. Todd is here. We got Blake, Amy, Rhonda, Billy, and snowy Ohio. It is also snowy in the New York City area, as I just noticed looking outside. Jessica's on time. Glad to see you. And Larry's here. We got Ledition as well. So it is Saturday, and Therese, good day to you. Saturday, yeah, Jilly says I'm ready to be stumped, so Jilly knows what day it is. On Saturdays, we attempt these Saturday Stumpers, which is once a week in the Stan Newman daily line of crosswords at Arkadium. He puts out a themeless puzzle that is widely considered to be the hardest puzzle in all of crosswords. Minnie says I'm ready to be stumped, and Barbara has given me every emoji on the keyboard. Today's Stumper is by Ben Zimmer. Pretty sure we solved a Ben Zimmer Stumper before, so I am... Yeah, and Todd is saying, yikes, a lot of cells. Yes, good eye, Todd. You can almost tell by looking at these grids that they're different from our usual fare. Like, much more white space. There's no theme, so no natural, like, oh, these are definitely where the themers live. And in general, we should just expect kind of unusual answers and brutally hard cluing throughout. Bob Beck saying, let's have a jazzy day. Oh, no. Already kind of... Jazzy is just following me around. I cannot believe that. Yeah, Mike's head is already blown. We barely even started. So why don't we start, though? One across says sneaks by. I'm going to kind of make an executive decision and say we don't have enough in this grid to know. I mean, sneaks by, I already scrolled. Sneaks by has so many possibilities, and we have nothing to go on. So I kind of want to look at one down right away. Hey, Sweet Pea, how you doing? Yeah, tiptoes past, Miguel was saying. Barbara was saying stealth mode. I think slides past. There are just too many possibilities, I think, for one across. So let's try one down first. Hey, Tamara, how you doing? Bonsai material. All right. I didn't claim one down was going to be easy. Trees, steel. I don't get steel, because I thought bonsai was like a plant. But Mike is saying balsa, like balsa wood. Trees is the one that makes the most sense to me. It's still kind of a strange clue for trees, but this is at least plausible. Yeah, We Shells says trees. Why don't we check the S? N. Clark says trees. Yeah, people seem to be converging on it. So let's... Effortless way to advance. These first corners are often quite difficult. Barbara's saying mossy. The problem, mossy, I think, is too much of an adjective, and this clue is asking for a noun to me. Ooh, and Harambe and Sweet Pea and Rhonda want shrub now. Oh, Maddie says effortless way to advance is a ski. I guess because you glide. It feels a little bit... Okay, but Dad Not Dude and Sunny Vibes are saying shrub, so maybe we try that. Does that help? Effortless way to advance. I still don't really get this. Yeah, Minnie is also guessing ski. Hey, Carl, how you doing? Hope you're into crosswords. We are solving an intensely difficult crossword today. Buy as in a tournament. Buy is good. Wow, okay. So you advance in a tournament with a buy, like in sports, bye week, right? Good. Okay, and Dark is asking for 19 across, so let's check that. I'm still not 100% on either shrub or buy, but at least we have some possibilities in place. Sports apparel. Okay, 4 letters, sports apparel, starting with a U. Yeah, like a first round buy in a tourney, exactly. That I'm happy enough with buy that it at least fits the clue. It's not a bad guess. So where are we here, though? Okay, a lot of people saying the same thing. Unis, as in uniform, sports apparel. Maybe unis as in unitards, right? I think I'd prefer that explanation, because uniform in sports is... I guess it's fair. Aaron wants it. Pam wants it. I'm going to choose to interpret it as unitards, because I interpret that more as like athletics than general uniforms. I can't tell if we're in good shape or not. It's a familiar feeling on Saturdays. Like, for all I know, everything we have in the grid is wrong. Yeah, RC saying unis, is it British? Yeah, uni is what the Brits call a university. but hard to see. Oh, Pam wants blurry, which is nice, but it doesn't work with unis. Actually, does it work at all? No, we don't have enough letters for blurry. Foggy, says RC. Yeah, Jilly, good point that sports apparel has no abbreviation in it. So typically when you have an abbreviated answer, you have an abbreviation in the clue. It's not 100% true. It's not true 100% of the time. And I think especially on Saturday, they will bend those rules. So I don't know if that kills unis outright. Minnie's saying sunny. Barbara's saying, yeah, it's a Saturday stumper. Don't pay attention to me. I'm still going to pay attention to you, Barbara. We Shells and Bob Beck are saying teeny. Hard to see. It's not bad, and all the crosses look eminently reasonable. Okay, that gives me some more confidence. Amy Gal likes teeny. Sunny Vibes likes teeny. Shania's here liking teeny. So, yeah, like small and hard to see, Blake. Exactly. Woman related to Liz. Okay. I think I know what this clue is up to. I don't know what the answer is, but I remember reading somewhere that Elizabeth, of all names, has the most nicknames. I don't know if that's true, but it's in my head. And Liz is one of those nicknames, so I'm guessing that 3 Down is another one of those nicknames. Shania says, yay, our Jack's here. That's a new one for me, Shania. Or should I call you Shania? NSSR, how you doing? Oh, yeah, right. Ellie, exactly. Ellie or Elsie. These are the types of things I'm talking about. Both of them could possibly be, but like there's Bessie, there's Bess, there's Beth. So Lizzie, right. So there's a lot of options. I thought John has the most variations. I think it's different, Harambe. John has the most, like, in different cultures, John is called, Sean or Ian or Ewan, but that's not the same thing as nicknames. Do you know what I mean? Like shortenings. Shania wants to be called DJ Fact Checker, which I think I'm going to oblige. Whoa, Felix says, hi, Jack, I did the puzzle today. Right, you told me you were going to do this. Try to do a stumper on your own. You finished it, but it was very frustrating. Finished in 92 minutes. Honestly, I'm very impressed. To finish a Saturday stumper on your own in an hour and a half, that is, it's a real triumph, Felix. I'm impressed, but I am sad that you can't really participate because we don't want spoilers, but hopefully you'll hang out. Maybe troll us from the sidelines like, oh, that was an obvious one. So where are we here? Role-playing secondary characters. So Minnie is saying NPCs, which is non-playable characters. And NSSR is saying alts. Carissa is saying Nova. I don't think I understand that one. So more people on TikTok are saying NPCs. I also thought NPCs says dark, non-player characters. Okay, but alt makes sense too. So my question, I've heard do we have a theme, Jack? No, Shania, no theme on the Saturday Stumper. Just not that. NPCs, maybe we leave it blank. Role-playing secondary characters, because they kind of both make sense. I've never heard the term alts applied in this setting, but it makes a lot of sense. What was one across? Yeah, Blake is eyeing one across too. Sneaks by. Right, we thought maybe Seidel something, but that theory was dashed with teeny. I'm tempted to. 5 and 6 are both shorts. The theme is suffering, says Harambe. Exactly. That's the theme every Saturday. We suffer. Masochists unite. Hack work with a question. Okay, with a question mark. So typically hack work means, like low effort, creative output, but with a question mark, it's going to be something like axe, like what Pam is saying. Oh, wow. Hold on. People are guessing one across. Sneaks by. Some people saying stealthily, but it just, the part of speech doesn't match the part of speech of the clue. So I don't think it can be. Issy and Lucinda are saying, and Jessica are saying, steals past. Oh my god. It does fit. And it works with alts, which I kind of like. Wow, good pull with just the ST. We'll see. We'll see if this takes us to the promised land or not. Put alts in. Hackwork then cannot be axe. Hey, Jeffrey, we need your help. Jeffrey, I don't know if you heard my intro, but we're solving the Saturday Stumper, which is widely considered the hardest puzzle in all of crosswords. So we need all hands on deck. Okay, I'm seeing log and lop. Blake says, I thought I was onto something with stealthily. Yeah, I mean, you got the first 5 letters. So to log maybe is to hack logs, but to lop is to literally just cut off anything. So maybe we still don't know. But I kind of like both theories. Tranquilo is saying lop for sure. I don't know. Confidence like that is not a good idea on Saturdays, but I hope you're right. Craft designation. We are piecing things together. Maybe it's time for 15 across. Oh, and 3 down is Elsie. People want Elsie. The problem is we weren't sure about Ellie. It could be Ellie or Elsie, right? They are definitely both nicknames for Elizabeth. 15 across and 17 across. All right, let's do it. Anybody home? Okay. I mean, there's a word emerging here that looks quite right. Rhonda's saying Elsie looks better with the 17 across letters. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Yes, I like what people are saying. Nice. Yep, Lena. Lena comes in and says hello there, and it happens to be correct. I can't tell how good these look. PH looks plausible, AE a little unusual, SR quite unusual, but hello there seems right. Duo wants it, and Clark wants it for anybody home. And why don't we check 17 across? Break. I mean, break has so many different meanings, but Obi-Wan's most quoted line is hello there? I don't think I know that. I wouldn't say hello there to ask if anyone's home personally. Yeah, that is not a bad point. Ooh, I think I scrolled the crossword off screen. All right, here we go. Ledition saying rest period? Yeah, and Ellie, we have an Ellie in chat. Oh, now I really wish that this had been Ellie. Rest period. Okay. So, I mean, rest period works with lop, which I like for hack work. Someone was saying lop for sure, tranquilo. And I was doubting your confidence, and I shouldn't have. But this isn't making sense. Something's not making sense. Yeah. Okay. If we're happy with rest period, then hello there is probably wrong. I think what Todd Leanup is saying, and others have been saying it, hello, hello. It's funny. I think I start every stream by saying hello, hello. That's... I noticed that at some point that I always say hello, hello. I think I did it at the beginning of this stream, so I'm going to take 15 across as an ode to me. Craft designation is she? I don't think I get it. Oh, craft is in like boats. Wow, that's hard. Yeah. That boats and watercrafts are always given like feminine pronouns. Tough. Yeah, ship is called she. Thank you. Whew. All right. I think this is the first time in the puzzle that I'm actually feeling confident in what we have. Toward is like Saturday. Yes. I was really doubting everything until right about now, and I finally feel like we might actually not have an error in the grid. So, public projections. Melissa Bogle and who's that? Palosin Man and Levi and Kylan all saying personas. Kylan's like, I said it first. All right, Kylan, this one's all for you. Personas. Nice. So many long answers today, says Lucinda. I know. We should brace ourselves. There's going to be some kind of agritainment is our stand-in for these weird words that these kind of made-up words that they put in these big themeless puzzles. So far, all the long answers are real phrases. No agritainment yet. Carpenter Jones says it's not she, it's SSE, South by Southeast. Craft designation. I suppose you could designate a craft to a certain direction, but then we'd need to find an alternative for 15 across. So I noted, but I'm not changing it yet. How about that? Ooh, and nice. Robert Colbert is here on and saying personas, but Shredder is eyeing for Hurdle. Are we doing our gambling that we've been doing for Hurdle? I think we should. We've been just saying that no matter what the last 5-letter across entry in the grid is, will be our Hurdle opener. And so I think that's 46 across today. So no matter what 46 across is, that's going to be our Hurdle opener. And if it's not a valid Hurdle word, then we'll do 38 across. I want to see 10 down, says stirs. Dark. Yeah, too many options, Kara said, for 20 across. I hadn't read it out loud, but place permanently, perhaps. I agree, it's a lot of options. So let's look at stirs. Okay, so Kim is saying stays. Mia is saying stuck. Stick. I think it has to end, like, it has to be plural or... Yeah, I think what Amy and Rand are saying makes a lot of sense. To-dos, like a stir, a big to-do. I'm pretty happy with that. And then something on, maybe place permanently, perhaps. Yeah, I think I like what Sweet Pea's saying here. Minnie says I like stick, but I don't see how it matches the tense of the clue. You know what I mean? Or the plurality of the clue. I think so on, or maybe set on, as Clark is saying. Okay, we seem somewhat split. James wants set on. So let's put the other letters in. We'll check 9 down. Held up. Another vague clue. Because held up can mean like rot or mug someone, you know? But it can also mean like get in the way. Lena and Zettabyte. Nice. Jerry, Carissa, Mo, everyone agreeing. Oh, and I forgot to even take into account this so on was our leading theory. So slowed. Yeah, just got in the way, mucked things up. Janet's happy with it, and Clark's happy with it. I'm happy with it. Should we look at 8 down? Yeah, let's do 24 across first. Fully unloaded with a question mark. This is going to be tough. I can feel it. Fully unloaded. We do not have a lot of letters in place. By the way, if anyone who is watching is new here, I want to say we stream every single day at noon Eastern time. We solve a crossword and we play a game called Hurdle. And following us is the best way to keep in touch, so do consider it. Most days we solve a more approachable puzzle than this. It's often a challenging crossword, but Saturday is when we reserve the hardest puzzle. Amy else says, I got nothing. That's not a good sign. Efon and Billy are saying stone sober. Oh, wow. Oh, that's genius. Yeah, Rhonda says amazing guess. I love it too, Torrid. Absolutely genius. Logician saying it too. Fully unloaded. The joke is loaded means drunk if you're loaded. So fully unloaded is completely undrunk, which is stone sober. That's amazing. Efon and Billy. That's awesome. Romney says follow, otherwise you will never find us again. Yes, that should be my more threatening appeal to get follows, Harambe. Okay, I'm ready for this grid spanning down. Sci-fi staples. And Lena already has a very enticing guess of alien mothership. Or I guess now we know it's plural, so maybe alien motherships or something like that. Alien abductions. Yeah, the problem is we have alien, which seems right with sci-fi, but there are so many things that could follow alien, it's almost not worth guessing. Maybe we Yeah, Lena might have it, but also Jilly might have it with alien encounters. Mike is saying that too. So why don't we do Invasions is a great guest duo. I think 27 across will probably be enlightening. I mean, that's never a wise thing to say on a Saturday, but yeah, Sweet Pea says the mothership sounds good, but Lena makes a good point that the M looks very strange here. Kaput. Hmm. Kaput. Robert says unopened could also mean packages. Oh, but unloaded. Fully unloaded. Yeah, it could have meant like unloading a truck. I think that was the misdirection, if that's what you're talking about. Stone Sober might not be right, but there's something so clever about it that it almost has to be right. You know what I mean? Carl wants alien encounters too, but what do we put at 27 across? Bob and Ledition have the same guess. Kaput. And it works with people's, and Larry, and it works with people's favorite guests for 8 down. So let's try this. Ruined, kaput, like it's done, it's ruined. Yeah, oddly enough is guessing the same thing. And then we'll go with what Carl and others are saying. Alien encounters. Does it fit? It does fit. Oof, nice. And that's gonna open up so many possibilities. I'm pleased. Okay, I don't want to neglect the right-hand side of this puzzle. Let's start fresh at 11 down. Oh, we have 2 Lenas in chat. Sweet Pea is psyched to get alien encounters. Where chicken and sausage gumbo is served weekly. That is a very strange clue. Very strange. Yeah, Lena's saying NOLA, but we only have 3 letters to work with. And, I mean, New Orleans is definitely what I associate with gumbo. Oh, and Barbara giving me the creepy alien we come in peace. It's funny. KFC, says Billy. No way KFC is serving chicken and sausage gumbo weekly. Dark and Phyllis and Ellie. A lot of people saying LSU. Very smart, guys. Louisiana State University. That makes sense. Hurting Line says abbreviation without an abbreviated clue is just rude. I know. We're in the big leagues now, Hurting Lions. No handhold. Tranquila says, I think Popeyes would have gumbo before KFC. Interesting. Yeah, I guess you're right. Clods. Dark says, I went to LSU and didn't think of that. Wow. Did you eat chicken and sausage gumbo in the cafeteria at LSU, Dark? So clods, a clod I think of as like an oaf. Hey, Dark is like, I did not. Yeah, I think this is smart. What Rhonda and Letitia and Larry and Hurting Lions are all saying. And Nate. Lugs? To be frank, I only went 1 year before transferring to University of New Orleans. Okay. And Barbara says LSU. I should have known that. I'm here in Louisiana. Wow, we got a lot of Louisiana connections in chat. I think lugs makes sense. Lugs. A lug is another word for an oaf. Kind of a slow, dopey person. Summer Jane followed us. Thank you so much, Summer Jane. Summer Jane is now our newest follower. Does anyone want to unseat Summer Jane from that special title? One of a long-running morning trio. Oh boy. One of a long-running morning trio. Now, my mind goes to like Kelly Ripa and her various co-hosts. You know, that kind of like the morning news type stuff. Rhonda's shrugging. Oh my god. This is very funny. You guys are quick. Yeah, oddly enough, and Jessica Snap. Oh my god. Snap as in snap, crackle, and pop. That is a morning trio for Rice Krispies cereal. Yeah, Snap is clever, says Amy. Listen to some clever people, indeed. Now Lena wants cereal. Yeah, that's classic on these streams. Somehow there's always enough food in the grid to make us hungry. I'd never have thought of that, says Amy. Yeah, that's why we got to solve these together. None of your business got it too. Love it. Iron testing org. Oh. Okay. We've had a smoother solve since the beginning. Am I wrong about that? And am I about to be accused of jinxing us? I can't help it. Lucinda's is U.S. Geology Association for iron. Like, they test. Hurting lines like, sounds good to me, lol. USDA. Lena RNC says clueless. Seeing USGA. What are these? Felix says it's a bit humbling watching you guys breeze through where I struggled. It's the hive mind, Felix. Any one of us, I don't think, could solve this puzzle in an hour and a half. That is still an achievement that you hold. I think I need to look at downs because golf. USGA is golf. U.S. Golf Association, and they test irons. I get it, like clubs, woods. Yeah, that just clicked for Rhonda and for me. Cool. Oh, and if it was the vitamin, it would be USDA. I see. Iron testing. Yeah, maybe we just leave that blank and check 13 down soon. Yeah, it can be medical testing, as NSSR is saying. So keep from littering. Oh, this is a very clever clue as well. That's my favorite thing about these stumpers. Like, the cluing is so smart. Yeah, hurting lines like, OMG. Ellie and Julie and Lena are saying spay. So to spay is like to neuter your pet. So to keep from littering here is like keep from making a litter of animals. Very smart. I really like that clue. Okay, we have Google Maps shortcut here. We still don't fully know this. Maybe I'll check 13 down. Yeah, Nate thinks it's good too. I really like the clue on spay. Provider of routine supplies. That is such a vague clue, man. Carissa says my brain is slow today. Carissa, I don't think that's you. I think that's what the stumper does to people. I'm barely even solving here. You know, I'm just a conduit for my chat. Provider of routine supplies. I don't think I get it. And people aren't giving me much here, so maybe I need. And we had a theory even of yeah, and 22 across is Google Maps shortcut. So what are we doing? Huh. Yeah, we're actually in the struggle bus. F1 has a guess. Someone said key, Google Maps shortcut. I see. Okay. Let me just try to make sense of this. F1 is saying gag writer. And Logician was also saying gag something, because we like golf, I guess, for iron. Gag writer fits. Provider of routine supplies. I don't understand. Oh, it's a comedy routine. Ah, routine as in a comedy routine. If you write gags, you provide supplies for a comedy routine. It's like translating another language. These puzzles. Yeah, routine of jokes. Nice one. And then several people were guessing highway for a Google Maps shortcut. Fair enough. Cool. Oof. Take out in anger. Barbara's like, you jinxed us. Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing it, Barbara. The thing is, we always end up succeeding. I don't think we've ever been stumped beyond saving by a stumper. Take out in anger. Oh, this is interesting. Render is here. And Tranquilo. People saying unsheath. It's either, yeah, I think some people saying unsheaths, but that doesn't match the tense of the clue. It's present tense. So I think, or no, what is it? Take out in anger, unsheath. It would be takes out in anger if it were unsheaths. But I think this is valid. And you're saying you take a sword out when you're angry. It's actually quite funny. Unsheath. All right, let's see if it works. Where to collect your thoughts. Ooh, and Zettabyte giving me a nice fencer emoji. Where to collect your thoughts. I mean, Sweet Georgia Girl and Mike and Shredder all saying brain and getting a lot of brain emojis too. And Sam Carmen is here saying brain and render. Where to collect your thoughts. Ledition saying I got no brain. Yeah, right. Where to collect your thoughts. Hard clue. Good on you guys for seeing through that one. I definitely would have needed more letters for that. Duo got it. We got some big brains in chat. Lacking improvement. These puzzles are tough, man. I'm impressed, honestly, Felix, that you did this in an hour and a half. I'd still be stuck on Gag Writer. Neats and Kiera. So I'm seeing several guesses. So Dad Not Dude saying, wait, not built? I don't think I get that. It also doesn't work with brain. Ellie saying no better. Yeah, lacking improvement, no better. Like, it didn't get any better. It didn't improve. It's lacking improvement. I'm happy with that. I think that makes sense. Yeah, Minnie likes it. I think no better is good. Major candy corn confectioner. Ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna know this. Oh, several people in chat seem to know it. Courtney and Lena and Dark all saying Brox. Yeah, and Amy's like, I won't know this. That's how I felt reading this. But Brox actually, and Jake Lindsay, and this actually does look vaguely familiar to me. I've definitely seen this name before, but I would not have come up with it. The Real K Rabbit knows it. Wow, lots of people. Apparently, I don't buy enough candy corn, says Zettabyte. Is that true? Would we say that? Tord is like, I think it's so gross, but I know it. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about candy corn. Can't stand candy corn, but they make it. Yeah, I sort of lost my Rice Krispies appetite reading about candy corn. Where Mandela rang a bell in 2002. Okay, good. Now we found our flow state. Lucinda and Mo. I like candy corn, but I can only have like 2 at a time. The problem is once you start, you kind of get used to eating it. So New York Stock Exchange. It's always like an honor to ring the bell at the New York Stock Exchange. So I think this is a very solid guess. About whom Jack Warner unwisely fumed, this gangster stuff went out with Cagney. Oh my god. So I have a guess just from having so many letters in place, but I don't really understand. This is not really in my cultural wheelhouse. I don't know who Jack Warner is. I barely know who Cagney is. But I think Ledition and Rhonda, yeah, Neats. Everyone's saying the same thing. Warren Beatty. So these are like older actors. Should we check 34 across? We have these 2 long spanning grid entries, and Alien Encounters is a great one. DJ sound effects. Oh, I think I see this. Very nice. Carl got Beatty. Nice work. Plank Boy. Hurting Line says he's still around. Well, apologies to Warren Beatty. Oh, Sunny Vibe says butterscotches, which is such a cute answer for this. But I don't think it actually works with DJ sound effects. Butterscotches. Someone called Jack Is My Name is here. I have a guess of who it really is. Record scratches. Very nice. Record scratches. Oh, I guess it could be needle scratches. That's what some people are saying. But either way, you can hear that like, Arr! And definitely a DJ sound effect. Render just followed us. Thank you so much, Render. We do stream every day at noon. So I hope some of you will join us again. Some new names. I see a couple more, several new names in chat today. What all big league pitchers must now be. Rainbow Gnu says 10 out of 10 sound effect. Yeah, the record. Oh, and Uno. Wow, I do not know how to pronounce that name. I'm just going to call you Uno. Oh, and Anne Boleyn. I know how to pronounce that. Just followed us. Thank you so much, guys. Puts a smile on my face every time. What all big league pitchers must now be? What does that mean? Must now be. Oh, Tranquilo is answering. Oh, so it is Needle. Wow. I thought Record Scratches was a little bit better. Oh, and Neats and Rizzler. Wait, Rizzler Stulubo? No way. Sometimes I can't with these. Needle Scratches. I definitely would have said Record Scratches, but it's seeming like timed. It makes more sense. So tell me the story. There's a pitch clock now, and there used to not be. What all league pitchers must now be. Are there now times, says Bob, but like as opposed to when was that instituted? The clue makes it seem like it's somewhat recent. Yeah, Amy says I don't know baseball. I clearly don't either. Oh, Render says, where do the crosswords come from? I do the New York Times every day. So this is from Arkadium.com. Arkadium, this is Arkadium's official channel. They put out a bunch of different crosswords every day. They're kind of an aggregator, and they have many other games as well, Render. So we pick one of the crosswords and we solve it together on stream every day. Usually we pick a tough one. On Saturdays, we pick the toughest one. But I also solve the New York Times every day, but we don't do those on stream here because you can't find them at Arkadium. Unsurpassed in incivility. Okay. Helps speed up the game, supposedly, says Heat Carp. Oh yeah, I did want to learn about this pitch clock. There's now a pitch clock, and thank God for it. One or 2 years now, within the last 5 years. Okay, and it seems like fans are happy with this change. Soulless, unsurpassed in incivility. Jack is my name is guessing soulless. I actually, oh no, it doesn't work. I really liked that guess, but the U and the O are not in the right orientation. Duo saying sullied, surliest. Oof. Hurting Line says pitches took forever. The game goes faster. Okay. Is it because the pitchers were trying to surprise the batter? Like, oh, you don't know when I'm going to throw my pitch, so I'm going to milk this time and pitch when you least expect it? Robert is saying I used to follow baseball. I'm learning a lot right now. It's one of the reasons I enjoy watching Banana Ball, says Hurting Alliance. All right. Please follow, just followed. Something very meta about that. It also forces the batter to get in the box and get ready. Okay. Meanwhile, do we like surliest, unsurpassed in incivility? I do like it, actually, quite a bit. A fair party. Minnie is saying doorman. Unfortunately, we're a few letters shy, or 1 letter shy for that. Ooh, Sweet Pea and Render and Ellie are saying other man. Wow, that kind of affair. Yeah, it seems right, Amy. Are we crushing it, or am I jinxing us, or both? Large charge. I am a sucker for a rhyming clue. I don't know why. Large charge. So Logician says ones, but I just I don't get it. I do get what Render and Todd and Amy are saying. Yes, I like that better. Cheddar is better was saying, I was thinking a themed party. I kind of was too, in a fair party. I'm picturing everyone in black ties or something. No, it's much seedier than that. Onus looks good. Charge meaning a responsibility. Yeah, nobody's biz is happy with it. Nate, okay, good. Only thought. What is this? This is a very strange letter combo. Only thought? Logician saying user ID. I don't see how that fits the clue. And my chats have just dried up entirely, which is not good. Oh, Sweet Pea and Dad not doing an F on. Oh, and Ledition all now saying the same thing. Ah, I could not see this for the life of me, but it does make a lot of sense. Unsaid. Oh, yeah, you didn't say it, you only thought it. You left it unsaid. Very smart. Yeah, really good, says Dark. I agree. Exists only in thought. There's something hard to parse about all that, for me at least. Yonder. Okay. Yonder. Hurting Line says, aha, you all be geniuses. It's very true. Speaking of geniuses, everyone is saying this. Antiquated is like a bunch of smarties, yeah. Does Brox make smarties too? Out there. Render says it could be over there. Yeah. I would hope that they would somehow indicate in the clue that it was cutesy like that. Let's go with out there. It seems to be what Robert and Carl want. But we'll check the down right away if there's any doubt. Immerse yourself in. Okay. I have a guess here. Purple Rain just sent me a nice heart. Thank you. Yeah, Hannah Quaid, speaking of Smarties, and Cheddar is better, and Plank Boy are all saying, bathe. That's true, Render. Yonder is already kind of cutesy, so maybe it is. Maybe it could have been Ower. That's a fair point. And Mystic Tarot is here saying, bathe. Yeah, to immerse yourself in. Just get fully surrounded. It's good. Pledge drives. Pledge drives. So we know that Felix can solve this crossword on his own in 90 minutes. Who thinks they could beat that time on their own? So, we're normally a non-competitive here, but Felix came in and dropped timestamps, so. Neat says not I. Yeah, Rhonda says nope. I'm the same. Heather and Ledition are saying rushes. Ledition says I've done Saturday Stumpers in 10 to 15 minutes. Real K Rabbit says 90 days. That's really funny. Pledge drives rushes. Just trying to make sense of this. So is this just a straightforward like raising money clue, or is there some joke about like rushing fraternities and sororities? Because you call them pledges too, I think. Not sure. Greek Rush. Yeah, Cheddar's Better says Greek Rush. That was my interpretation too. Mike says I'm having enough trouble with the puzzle with all of your help. Yeah, Sweet Georgia Girl confirms. Yeah, rushes the joke is about sorority and fraternity rush. Amy Gal says 90 hours. Okay, that's better than 90 days. Shredder says my ego says me, but it's lying to me. Felix correcting the record. It wasn't 90 minutes, it was 92 minutes. Oh man, so slow. Karin says you can give me all the time in the world and I'd fail. Unimaginative. Ooh, Barbara had a quick guess on this. Minnie says I probably couldn't finish the normal crosswords on my own in 90 minutes. Yeah. Barbara's saying stale for unimaginative. I like this a lot. And now suddenly we only have one letter left in this. English bitter adaptation. Okay. Things are looking good. James says I'm going to stick with the crowd. I think that is a smart choice. That's what I'm going to do too. Stale. Kyle Miner, are you saying I got y'all on the mini crossword? Is that what you mean? Like you could solve it faster? Neat says I would have been gagged at gag writers. Yeah, that was a very hard clue. A provider of routine supplies. Like, come on. N. Clark and Mystic Tower are saying red ale and Jerry G. Yeah, English bitter. We're talking beer here. I think that makes sense. Metaphor for major movies. Yeah, Carl and N. Clark and Minnie all getting red ale. I'm happy with that. Metaphor for major movies. Do we have TENT already in place? Jessica giving me some sudsy beer emojis. I have solved Stumpers alone, but it takes me more than 90 minutes, and it's the kind of thing I have to put down and come back to. And I do find that really helps. There's something magical about you see it with fresh eyes, and suddenly your brain goes to places that it will refuse to go before. Sella saying tentpole, like a tentpole movie. I like this. So maybe tent poles, right? So the metaphor, I think, is like a tentpole movie makes a lot of money so that the studio can sort of take risks in other places of their budget. Does that make sense? Like the Avengers might be a tentpole movie. We know it's going to be a success. It's going to make us a ton of money, so we can sort of play around with our other studio decisions. Yeah, high budget movie, but also I think a high profit movie, Sella. Hannah Quaid says, you learn something new every day. I learn on every one of these streams. Today I learned about that pitches are now timed and they used to not be. I'm sure everyone already knew that, but I did not. One of Billboard's greatest girl group songs. Okay. Yeah, Hurting Lions is already parsing this as he's which does help. He's a something, I guess. Karn says I'm learning that I'm not very bright. That's not true, Karn. I hear people say this sometimes. I don't want this channel to make people feel that way. And then it's always the person who says that who ends up like helping the most in the next crossword. So stick with us. Okay. Bob Beck is saying rebel and Letition is agreeing, but I can't tell. Do we know this or are we guessing? We could also just check 40 across. Sweet Georgia Girl agrees. That's enough people saying rebel that I feel like I should put it in. But if someone can give me the name of the group, that would help a lot. Yeah, Tord says the cross should help. Well, let's check it then. Touchscreen instruction. The R in Rebel looks... Mr. Dr. Professor says the crystals. And Ledition is saying the same thing. So He's a Rebel, I guess, is a song by the Crystals. New to me. And Chief Crunchy, where do you guys come up with these names? Chief Crunchy and Ellie and James and Rand are all saying press enter for touchscreen instruction. I think that works. Cheddar is Better says that He's a Rebel is from the 60s. Okay. Pretty good. It's a 1960 song, He's a Rebel. I wish we could play music on these streams. I would pull it up right now and play He's a Rebel. But I'm not rebellious enough to play copyrighted music. His name is Mud. That is quite a clue. Chief Crunchy was the name of an ice cream bar I used to be able to get at school. Oh, that's nice. I'd love to hear... F1, I hear you. Tranquilo and... Oh, people saying Joe... Okay, Joe, and people are like Joe Dirt. I don't think it's Joe Dirt. I think that Joe and Mud are both slang for coffee. That's my interpretation of this clue. A cup of Joe, and sometimes you call coffee mud. So that's why I don't think it's a Joe Dirt reference, even though it's very funny. Yeah, like coffee. Barbara and Robert and Clark all getting Joe. Warrior word inspired by samurai films. Okay. Mermy is here saying, and who's this? Worley? I don't know how to pronounce your username. Jedi and Steven. Makes sense, but I didn't know it was inspired by samurai films. Like how, I wonder. Superbads is saying Jedi as well. Torrent says, my husband being a nerd paid off for Jedi. Lucas based Star Wars on samurai films. Interesting. They're space samurai. Yeah, fair enough. Corsica ferry destination. Oh boy. Warthog is here. Yeah, and Logician is saying a palindrome. Able was I, ere I saw Elba. Um, Elba is an island, but I don't really know. I can't really picture the geography here, so I'm just gonna trust chat. Yeah, where Napoleon was exiled on Elba. That's right, the real K Rabbit. Oh, and Donna Fry is on Facebook, also getting Elba. Baby girl just followed us. Thank you. Chief Crunchy and Superbads. Okay, so cheddar is better. So is Corsica a French? Oh, you're telling me Corsica's a French isle. What's 49 down? Oh, well, hurting lines is already filling in the rest of the section. So let's check. So deep makes sense. My mind is blown. That was so deep. And then we have try to follow, hard clue, and chain key. Yeah. Very stumpery clues down here. But it's looking like an E. Try to follow. To ape someone is to mimic them. So that kind of following. And then like an archipelago for isle. You call them keys, a chain of keys. Good stuff. Something about these stumpers is that there's something so relentless feeling about them. Like there's never a gimme in the entire grid. I think even that's a difference between these Saturday stumpers and hard themeless puzzles in other outlets, is that there's always one gimme. Oh, I'll give you a toe hold there, foothold there. Every single clue is maximally difficult, I find, in these. All for the maestro. Oh, and Blar is pointing out that this is our hurdle word. I did say that. All for the maestro. Oddly enough, and Bob Beck and Hurting Lines and Ledition are all saying tutti. Is that what tutti means? Like tutti frutti? It means all in Italian? That's how I'm interpreting this. Maestro is Italian, tutti is Italian. And Bob Beck says that's not a good hurdle word. I totally agree. I'm not even 100% sure it's a valid hurdle word. It might not. Amy's psyched, and Rhonda's not. Okay, it is possible that tutti is not allowed because it's an Italian word. If we promised, if it's valid, we're using it. That's 3 T's. It's a terrible opener, but that's our lot. However, if it's not valid, we got a great hurdle word because we said 38 across our backup, and stale is about as good as they come. So Amy's like, it better be valid. Yeah, exactly, Mike. If tutti doesn't work, stale is next up. It's a lot of T's. It's no good. We could lose on round 1 because of tutti, but that's the gambler lifestyle. Stale is so much better. I know. Crossing my fingers that tutti gets rejected. Fair on some conveyor belts. I like this clue. Mike and Lucky and David researches for you. Oh, Render says, what's a hurdle word? That's a fair question. After the crossword, we play a game called Hurdle. You should stick around for it. It's very fun. And it's kind of like Wordle. If you must know what Wordle is, but it's a variant on Wordle. But you guess a 5-letter word with various guesses, and we've started doing this thing where we let the crossword decide what our opening hurdle word is going to be. Cheddar is better already Googled it and said that tutti is valid for hurdle. Oh, by the way, fair on some conveyor belts. If you don't know this, there's like a conveyor belt sushi bars where the sushi just comes around your table and you can take whatever plates you want off the conveyor belt. It's a fun experience. First woman on a Wheaties box front, 1984. Nice trivia. I don't suspect that I'm going to know this. It's probably an athlete because that's who tends to get on Wheaties boxes. Mary Lou Retton is what Hurting Lines is telling me. Mary Lou, I remember those boxes. Wow, okay. Retton. What? Oh, gymnastic. I'm just going to ask, and Hurting Lines anticipated my question. So apparently this is a gymnast. Learning a lot. Okay, good. Nice job, guys. Most in need of refreshment. Wow, okay. I think we did well on this stumper. I would call it mid-range difficulty for as far as these stumpers go. I think last week we had an especially hard one, and maybe the week before we had an especially easy one. This feels. Lena says, "I'm just here for the moral support. This is hard." Yeah. Well, I'm still glad you're here. Yeah, I think. Right, Cheddar's Better says, est on the end makes sense. We had it with surliest, exactly. Unsurpassed in incivility. That's a superlative concept. So you put est at the end, just like this. It's the most, so it's going to be something rustiest. And it's like most in need of refreshment. You're so rusty, you need to refresh all your skills, all your knowledge, that kind of thing. Jessica says, my goal is to get 1 or 2. Honestly, it's a lofty goal, Jessica. Yeah, Carl and N. Clark getting rustiest. And Miguel says, I got enough answers to know it's only mid-level hard. What you'd never want to be slapped with. Can't think of anything I'd want to be slapped with. Steel pipes. This is getting so violent. Steel glove, steel beam. I don't really get any of this. Steep fine, that's a different direction. That's what Ledition and Render are saying. Steep fines. That's a more metaphorical use of the word slapped. It almost feels right for that reason. But lots of people saying steel, so let's do this instead. 1883, for example. That is a super vague clue, even with these 4 letters. Steep fine doesn't fit, and I feel like it's got to be singular. Ooh, what you'd never want to be slapped with. Could possibly be plural, actually. Antiquate is saying, what the? That's how I'm feeling about this. What is this? Horsepower, horse-drawn, horse opera? Hostages? Wait, Bob Beck is saying 1883 is a Yellowstone prequel. Wow, I did not know that. If that's true, that's important. Felix saying, I hated this one. That's so ominous. Felix already solved this puzzle saying this clue is terrible. Bob Beck saying horse opera. Horse ranch. Okay, I think I'm going to do 51 down. I regret looking at the long acrosses in this section. They've been nothing but mean. Green seed. Hurting Line says, I'm crying. Tears of joy or frustration? Oh, Lena, yeah, exactly. Just after saying I'm only here for moral support, has a great guess for 51 down. P? Like this? Green seed. I mean, that's hard because most people don't think of peas as seeds, but it's one of these botanical things that I would believe. And it works with horse, which I like. Lop is also saying horse opera. Hurting Lines says horse opera is the greatest thing I've ever contemplated. All right, let's check if an O can make sense here. Ooh, and Cheddar's Better is pointing out that it is steep. Ah, so it was steep fines. You never want to be slapped with steep fines. It's always whatever the hardest interpretation of the clue is. Uncle Joe Master just followed us. Thank you. It's a term for cliche Western, so it makes sense. Wow. So it really is horse opera. This is the aggretainment of this puzzle. There's always some entry that's like, whoa. And this clue, I mean, this clue answer pair is just something from Satan himself. 1883 is a Yellowstone prequel. It's a horse opera, which is a term for like a cheapo Western. Yikes. Hurting Line says, I've never heard the term horse opera before. I hadn't either. This has changed my life. The heck is a horse opera? Yeah, we're feeling the same way. A soap opera, but with horses. Only heard of spaghetti westerns. Okay. So someone named me is saying fop. Yeah, a fop and a dandy are both, I think of them as like guys who care about their appearance or something like that. Yeah, like a western. An odor, says Nate. Yeah, I have heard of an odor. Kyle Miner says horse opera, yay or nay, and nays. That's good. I can count on Kyle for the groaners. Middle management strategy. Everyone else is laughing at that joke too. Middle management strategy. Oh, I keep scrolling. I'm sorry. I have to check to make sure. Okay. We got someone named Jack is in chat. Oh wow. Oh my god. What a clue. They saved all the goodies for down here. Look at this lipo. Middle management because you're middle. It is clever. That this is the kind of thing that makes me feel like there's no end to human creativity. What a clue. Middle management strategy. Unbelievable. I'm just seeing people go, oh, everyone, that's fire, says Jack. Yeah, that's an awesome clue. Liam K just followed us. Thank you. What's 56 across? Yeah, I'll look at that next. Dr. King's highest good. This is a very appropriate timing for this clue. It's MLK weekend. Lena Luna just sent me a nice heart. Malcito is saying Lord. James and Malcito are now saying love and neats. I think love makes sense for what Dr. King would preach. Oh, Dua says, what's lipo? Liposuction is when you remove fat from, is a surgery where you remove fat from your body. So middle management, we're not talking about like corporate structures. We're talking about your belly, managing your belly. Yeah, Lily and Shredder and Uncle Joe are all saying love for 47 across. It's my favorite as well. Lob says, is Tootie the hurdle word? Indeed. Tootie is the hurdle word. That's what we're stuck with. If Tootie's not valid, which it might not be, we're going to do stale, which, frankly, I'm hoping for because it's a great hurdle opener. What you're into shares. Okay. Ellie and Rhonda and Ledition and Lily and Booger Scotch are all saying Insta posts. So it posts on Instagram, you share. What's the with what you're into? I might not use Instagram enough. Is this a phrase that you see, what you're into? Amy Gal says, I'm manifesting Tootie being valid. Avid desire. Just like that, we only have 3 squares left here. Avid desire, turn away, and 54 across scenery. What's 54 across? Oh, of course. How could I even ask? Horse opera. There's nothing else to talk about in this puzzle. Okay, good. I think I'm seeing some things. OS just followed us. Yeah, this is looking great. Karn is saying avert for turn away. Like avert your eyes, you turn away. That looks good. Avoid. Oh, avid, not avoid. Avid desire. I don't see guesses for this one, so I'll look at this one instead. Mesas makes sense, yeah. So horse opera, we're talking the Old West. They have mesas out there, like a geological formation. And then I might as well just check 42 across. Play just for fun is to jam, like a jam session with your garage band. And Jones for avid desire, like I'm jonesing for it. Amy Gal giving me the drum roll. I think we're gonna get confetti today, fingers crossed. Don't go anywhere because we're gonna play hurdle right after this. Nice work, everybody. Just over an hour. We what is that? 2/3 of Felix's time with all of us working together. Well done. I thought this was a great stumper. Horse opera is gonna live on for me in 1883. What a clue! Oh my god. Oh, but no. What was my favorite clue in the puzzle? This one. Middle management strategy is unreal. That's just a superb clue. I'm pulling up hurdle right now. I'm very eager to see if Tootie is a valid opener. Okay, that actually looks pretty good. Hopefully you can all see that. Lucky says, I'm so excited for Tootie. All right, here we go. Let's see if it works. Sassy just followed us. Thank you. I'm pressing enter. It works, and we got a letter. Turns out there was a T. When you put 3 T's in your opening guess, you actually get one. Erdogan says, please not 2D. You know, we can't go back on our word. This could have been worse. I mean, we have a letter. Haste, it's good. Orate, slate. Yeah, maybe slate is the most kind of hurdly thing. Slate. Yeah, Lena and Zeta might want that, so let's do it. Gotta make up for lost time here. You know, I think we're gonna do this one. I think we're gonna... I mean, I always jinx us, but... So we need... You know, hurdle words tend to not be plural, so I know a lot of people are gonna be tempted to put the S on the end here. But I think it's more likely to be something like pasta, what Render is saying, or hasty. I like that guess too. I actually like hasty a lot. Let's try this. Yeah, that's what Hannah wants. Let's try it. Ooh, beautiful. Wow, we opened with 2D and got it in 3. That is impressive. Okay, so anyone who is new to Hurdle, it's like Wordle, except we do this 5 times, and they're chained together like this. So now Hasty is automatically our opening guess for the second board. We don't get control over that. And then round 5, things get really crazy. Round 5 is different, and I'll show you what happens when we get there, but we have to earn it. Look how good 2D was to us, says Amy. 2D didn't hurt us at all. I know, sometimes. Okay. Plate? Plate looks pretty good. Let's try this. Not so good, it turns out. Oh, Uncle Joe says, somebody told me the definition of tutti. It apparently means all in Italian. So I guess tutti frutti, does that mean like all the fruits? I am surprised that it is valid in like an English language puzzle like this. What are we doing here, by the way? People still guessing orate, but the A now doesn't work. I'm tempted to put A at the beginning. Aorta is nice. Aorta is very nice, and you know what? We're guaranteed to figure out where the A goes if we guess aorta. Turns out it goes at the front and the back. Very nice. Genius, as Lena Luna says. Good stuff. Okay. Very good. Let's keep this up. Aorta didn't hit at all, so we should guess something with I's and E's. Everyone's celebrating aorta. It was a very good pull. Cough. No, cough, we already know there's no O. Slime. Kind of like slime. Yeah, irate also just feels like a waste because we know there's no O. No, irate is no good with this board because we know there's no R, T, or A. So what are we doing? Build? Okay, multiple people wanting build, so let's do it. Oh my god, that was a bad draw. Okay, looks like we're looking at a lot of E's and maybe a Y. No more I's. I is out. Yeah, Lily is saying yikes, which fortunately we can't guess at this stage. Never, yeah, that kind of word, except there's no R. Scene. Scene is pretty smart because it manages to get some E's on the board while still using common letters. Normally, I'm not in favor of guessing something with a double letter in it, but we know there has to be E's involved here. I kind of like scene. Wow, scene really paid off. I'm so relieved. Oh my god, they're both right. Lisa Marie just followed us. Thank you. Okay, so where does this S go then? It's kind of hard to picture it here between the E's, right? I guess no, it could be like a word like these, not literally these because there's no T. Verse puts the E in the wrong place. Oh, AJ Bradley is here. Geese. Is it really geese? Vedart, are you still here? Because you deserve to see this. Vedart loves geese, in case anyone remembers. Let's try geese. Nice. Well done. Wow, 3 E's. There's something very Tootie-like about that. Nice job. Okay. It's kind of sad that Vedart didn't see that happen. Hurting Line says, are Saturday hurdles also really hard? I don't think so. I think hurdle is a random difficulty. They don't like get harder through the week. This is a good draw. We have a G already starting the word. I think we're going to be able to do this and get to round 5, which I'm very pleased with. Great? Great is... No, it can't be great. Actually, Oh, this is very interesting. We know where the E goes. The E has to go in the penultimate slot because all the others are gray or yellow. So no matter what the guess is, we have to put an E. I want to put an E here. So most of the guesses I'm seeing in chat do not work. Grief is interesting. I think it's the only one I've seen that is possible. Given is another one. Okay. Should we try grief? Like this. It's a good guess. Ooh, maybe not. Okay. We can bounce back. No, something like glaze doesn't work. We know the E is not in the last position. Gavel. Gavel is quite tempting. That's what Warthog wants too, and Sweet Georgia Girl. Let's try gavel. Sick. Nice pull, guys. Gavel was great. Okay, this is round 5 of 5. And this is where things get hectic, because we only get 2 of our own guesses here. The first 4 guesses are all supplied for us. It is the 4 answers to the previous boards. Luckily, we actually found 2 letters, and we get a little hint. Oh, not only a hint. It's more than a hint. This E is doing a lot of lifting right here, because it means we know the word opens with an E. Okay. So there can't be that many possibilities. Empty. Everyone is saying empty. Looks very good. Yeah, it has to start with E because look, all these geese actually rules out a ton of possibilities for that E. Does it have to be empty? I just want to be careful because sometimes we get locked into a word and forget that there are other possibilities out there, and we only get 2 guesses. So I just want to do some due diligence. Is empty the only possibility? I guess I can't think of anything else. So we go for it? It can't be jetty F1. It has to start with an A. It has same with piety. It has to start with an A. All right. I'm doing it then. Here we go. Pressing enter. Cross your fingers. Awesome. That was a good hurdle round. We did well. I'm feeling empowered solving a stumper with you all and hurdle. I always have fun doing these. Well done today. Thank you. We stream every day at noon Eastern time. If you're new here, do consider following us. It's the best way to keep in touch. I'll be back tomorrow at noon. We'll solve another crossword. It won't be as hard as today's crossword, which I think will be a relief for many of us. But it'll still be a challenging, fun, interesting crossword, and we'll play hurdle again. And we do that every day. What else do I want to say to you? Check out Arkadium.com. You could play more hurdle right now. You could solve more crosswords, and I hope you enjoy. And we didn't get booted. I know, Helene Harpia. I don't want to quite say the glitch has been fixed, but TikTok has been nice to us the last few days. I'm very much hoping that it continues. Thank you so much for a fun time, and see you tomorrow.